Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the best framework for web development. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So you've designed a UI UX version of your potential website, and you've got designs from your header to your footer with navigation, your hero, social proof, posts and pricing plans if you're running e-commerce, and now you're looking for a framework to work on. There's a couple of options to choose from, and we're going to go ahead and go through with them. But of course, this all depends on your programming language preferences, the size of your website, and the complexity of the either application or website. And of course, you need to take into consideration with the development team's expertise and have other considerations as well. So as I said, we'll go ahead and go through the different web development framework programming languages that are available to use right now. So if you guys are familiar with the coding language Python, then you may know about the Django. Now it is a high-level Python web framework, and it follows the model view controller architectural pattern. Now it provides a robust set of tools and libraries for building web applications quickly and efficiently. Now the Django is known for its emphasis on simplicity, reusability, and rapid development. So here is the Django itself. Now this is its website. You're free to download it as well. So what exactly does the Django have to offer? So it offers object relational mapping, so ORM. The Django includes a powerful ORM that allows developers to interact with databases without writing complex SQL queries directly. Now, it provides an abstraction layer over the database, and it makes it easy to define models and perform database operations. We could view more on this here within the documentation. Now, there's a little bit more information on the database setup. So this is how it looks. Now, as I said, it's not complex SQL queries, so it should be easy to set up. Also got documentation for minimalists. So this is how it would look. So when you are starting off with your first Django app or website, it should be easy to get started with creating your own SQL database. Now you've also got other key features like URL routing with this. So the Django provides a URL routing mechanism that provides URLs to views, and it allows you to define URL patterns and associate them with corresponding view functions or classes. So that's fairly handy for what it is as well. And that means when you are coding, it enables a clean and organized URL structure for your web application. Now you've got other features as well, like form handling, template engine, authentication, authorization. You've got admin interface, you've got security as well, just to protect the web applications against any common vulnerabilities. It all comes with it. You've got localization as well and internalization for allowing developers to build applications easily. So basically what that means is if you have it all in English, it can just be translated into multiple languages. So depending if you are creating a website that does require to be brought to other countries, well, as in brought to the web. So if you're going to be running an e-commerce website, and of course you want to branch out your business, then you may want to have that type of support. Now, when it comes to testing as well, the Django has a robust testing framework, and it helps developers write unit tests and integration tests for their web applications. It also provides tools for automating and testing processes, generating test data, and also checking the application's behavior. Now, when you are getting started with the Django, it is fairly easy. All you would need to do is actually have the PyCharm, and I'll show you that now. Now, what's great is we actually have this the documentation contents to get us started with creating a app or website. So you can see that it is free, which is great. We also have different articles and just explanations on how to do a couple of things like building an app or building our first website. As you can see, we've got some patches as well. Now, using the Django, this would be it here. Now, as you can see, there's a couple of ways to install it. The most common one, of course, would be to install through Python, and of course, if you are going to install the Django code, so you would have to have Apache by the looks of things as well. So you may have to run XAMPP or WAMP or MAMP, depending what sort of control panel you want to use, which is Apache anyway. So I already have Python installed, and this is more or less what the developer console looks like. So plain and simple, easy to use. This is more or less what it would be all about if you are using the Django. And this is also the documentation and code for it as well. So that is more or less how you would install it. So just read through the docs and pretty much just go through there and you'll be able to download the Django. So this is our next framework web development tool, which is Express.js. And it's a minimalistic and flexible web application framework for Node.js. So anyone who's familiar with the language Node.js should be easy enough to use. Now, it provides a simple yet powerful set of features for building web applications and APIs. And Express.js is widely used due to its lightweight nature, extensive middleware support, and its ability to integrate well with other JavaScript libraries. So this is overall what the actual website looks like. Now, for installing, it's easy enough. Now, assuming if you have Node.js, all you need to do is work this in for the directory. So that's, of course, just creating a directory for, so that's just like whatever name you want to have your folder as, and then you just cd into that. Now, to do this, it's easy enough. So you would just go ahead and open up a command prompt. Now, Node.js should be installed. Now we need to create a directory for it, so we'll just name it PT tutorial or PT video. And then that's that created. Now we're going to cd into that, going to enter that file, and then we're just going to do the code. So if you also have Visual Studio Code, it's easy to use. Let's have a look. So no code has been put in, of course, because we need to use a package. We need to create a package for that. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so that then will create a JSON file. Okay, so yes, that's okay. So its package name is PT video. Version 1. So it's the latest version, index.js. So that's our front end. Test command, git repository. Okay, so yep, happy enough. And that pretty much has everything there. We'll go back to the code. And there's our package JSON. So of course, then we can start working with the actual Node.js itself. So that's one of the coding languages you could use, Node.js. Fairly easy to use. Is a bit of a mixture. It uses SCSS instead of CSS. So that's, of course, your cascading style sheets. And it still has a mixture of HTML anyway, so it should be familiar enough to use. Now, our next one is ASP.NET. or also known as C#. Now, this is a web development framework that's been developed by Microsoft themselves. It's mainly used for building enterprise-level web application, and it provides a comprehensive and robust set of tools and libraries for building scalable, secure, and high-performance applications. Now, ASP.NET also supports multiple programming languages, but C# is the one that's commonly used. Now, you have ones like, if you are going to build a website, it still uses the same principles as CSS and HTML, but instead of that, it uses ASPX and CSS. And I'll actually go ahead and demonstrate. So Visual Studio Code, or Visual Studio, sorry, is owned by Microsoft. So I do have the older version, which is 2019, but we'll tap into it and we'll have a look at the application itself. Now, fairly easy to use. Again, uses the same principles. It's easy to connect as well via HTML and CSS. So we'll wait for this to load. So you can see it mainly uses the same principles now. I think this is JavaScript. This is JavaScript. So we can. This is C#. Sorry. So this is C#, and what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add a template in. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So you can add new items in. So depending on what you're creating, you could search it for ASPX or the CS, which is C#, and that's more commonly used on that one. Now you've got JavaScript as well. There's JavaScript if you want to try that out, and multiple different languages are supported. So of course we've got HTML and style sheet. So if you want to do ASP.NET, we could see that we've got a couple of different options there. AngularJS is actually going to be our next topic there, but we'll focus on this. So ASP.NET. So that's pretty much, or more or less, what it looks. Now our next one is Angular. Now this is JavaScript or TypeScript. Now I would say Angular is a popular front-end framework for building dynamic single-page applications or landing pages. Now this was developed and is maintained by Google, and it provides a robust structure for building complex web applications and handling data binding and dependency injection. And of course, plenty of other powerful features are available. Now, we have some docs, and you've also got the help of the community. And from what we've seen earlier on the Visual Studio, there is an option for Angular as well. Now, the docs would mainly just get you started on building your first website or app. So we've got an actual tutorial here, which is great. So as you can see, it uses HTML, CSS, and of course JavaScript. So you're able to just create your first website or app going through the tutorial. So there's a couple of options there. So you do have to use the terminal window as usual. So it would just be the use of the command prompt and following the area here. So run the following command, node version. And of course we need to confirm the version number. And then if we don't have Node.js, then just download it. You got directions for downloading Node.js. Just make sure that you double check the program of your computer. And just to show you guys, you can see that this computer is running a 64-bit operating system. So just double check and make sure that you are looking for the right one. So here it is, there's a 64-bit, so you would go for that depending if you're Mac OS. And we'll check the Windows installer. So that's pretty much it. So it's a 64-bit anyway, as you can see. So, but if you were 32-bit, then just click the following. So there you have it, guys. There is a couple of different frameworks that you can choose for your web development process. Now, do note that that is only the tip of the ice for the different frameworks that you can use. There are other ones like Ruby on Rails, and that would use Ruby. So if you guys have ever used that, that's pretty much a full stack web development framework. Then you have Laravel as well, which is a PHP development tool, and it's known for its syntax, elegant syntax and expressive syntax, and also features an extensive feature set. And it also has MVC, so that's Model View Controller, and you've also got other ones like React, but we've already covered a bit of the JavaScript anyway, but it's more or less similar to Angular and uses UI components and provides a declarative approach to building interactive and dynamic web applications. So a various amount of different frameworks that you can use. But anyways guys, that is all for the video. Hopefully you found it informative and helpful. If you did, please do leave us a comment in the comment section below. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.